Hi, I'm Val. I'm here at Leicester Park for this Yorkshire CND event, and I'm delighted to be here, and I'm delighted to be talking to
Sylvia. I'm from Keighley, and I'm too here for this CND event to show our belief in that we don't need any more new nuclear weapons or any more money spending on nuclear weapons.
So why do you think it's important that this treaty is signed?
I think it's extremely important for lots of reasons. It was actually signed in 2017, so time is going on, and for lots of reasons. That it was drawn up by the majority nation states of the United Nations. And I just feel so strongly that at the moment, particularly, it seems that Britain has so much to apologise for. And here we are, keeping on to, not only holding on to nuclear weapons, but meaning to make more of them. We've just announced an increase in the nuclear warheads and spend more on developing new submarines.
So if you could give a message to Bradford Council and the leaders of Bradford Council, what would you say to them?
We believe in an equal world, and for the good of the future for our children as well as other children all over the world, they should use their influence as a local authority to contact the government and support saying they support the treaty, and they want the government to work towards a signing of it. Simple as that.
Thank you, Sylvia.
Thank you.
I'm speaking with
Molly Somerville.
Hi Molly, nice
Hello.
to see you.
Hi, Val.
Have you come far this evening?
I've come all of 500 metres.
Oh right. Okay, and
just up the hill.
what's brought you here?
Well, I've come here because of an event that CND, Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament, have arranged for tonight. And behind me is a lake, and all the way around the lake there are going to be lights. And the theme of this evening is Light in the Darkness. And it's because in January a lot of countries decided that nuclear weapons should be illegal. So it's a step on the way for getting rid of nuclear weapons. So it's something to celebrate.
So why do you think it's important that it's signed?
Well, it's so important because now when we campaign, we've got an extra thing to say, which is, do you realise in our country's going against international law? And if it were about something else and another country broke international law, people would be up in arms. We really would condemn other countries that do things, like human rights abuses and things. We say, oh, we shouldn't be doing that, shouldn't be doing that. Well, we should not be having nuclear weapons.
Is there anything else you want to say, Molly?
No, except to say, I hope everybody who comes this evening will enjoy the event.
David Somerville, who's a member of Bradford CND group, and we're here to celebrate the fact that there is now the TPNW, the Treaty for the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons, has come into force. It came into force on the 22nd of January this year, and we were going to celebrate then, because of COVID regulations, we've delayed it to this day, which is the National Day, St George's Day.
So why do you think it's important, this treaty?
Because we see it as something like the treaty that was stopping the use of poisonous gases, the kind of restriction that is necessary if the world is going to have a future. Unfortunately, the UK government has decided it's going to increase the nuclear arsenal by 40%, at least that's the latest government projections.
If you could give a message to the town council, to Bradford Council and the leader of the council, what would that message be?
I would say to the leader of the council that, like other local authorities like Leeds and Manchester, perhaps you could give the support to this treaty. We're getting local authorities all over the country to support it, because we see this as one way in which the government will start to take notice when every local government tells them what they should already be doing.
Excellent. And what's happening tonight?
Well, we're going to have a procession around the lake in Leicester Park, and we're also going to be able to look at the CND symbol, which is just below Cartwright Hall. But we're being very careful to distance so that people can pass and be safe distance from each other, because there's still some restrictions on exactly what we should be doing with the virus still very much around this area.
Matt from Yorkshire CND.
So raising it locally, what message would you ask people to give to the leader of Bradford Council and to the councillors?
Well, I think, especially in the nuclear states like the UK, the role of cities is really important because we've not had debate in Parliament about this. The decision to hugely increase and spend, tens of billions more of taxpayers' money won't be debated in Parliament, but it will have an effect on local people throughout the country. So I think it's important that towns and cities raise their voices really about that. And we've seen hundreds of towns and cities across the world, from Washington DC to Berlin to Toronto, who've all signed up calling on their governments to back this treaty. So, and we had hoped Bradford was going to be the first in Yorkshire to do it, and sadly Leeds has picked them to the post. But we're very hopeful that Bradford City Council won't be too far behind.
So let's hope they're not too far behind.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you very much.
Because I think it's important that we send a message to the world that nuclear arms are not a sensible option, and we're all here in solidarity with Yorkshire CND. Taking a walk in the darkness and contemplating the state of the world and how we can make it a better place.
We're getting local authorities all over the country to support it because we see it as necessary if the world is going to have a future.
And I just feel so strongly that at the moment, particularly, it seems that Britain has so much to apologise for.